Tonight, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more.
Touchdown, 49ers! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Lock gets ready to go. At their own 25-yard line. Lock going to throw. And he He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
He hits his target, Lockett. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Flush to his right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Jones. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Aaron Jones with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. These two teams all tied after one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On second down, it's Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Aaron Jones,
his second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
First down, here's Mitchell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lance to throw it. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Weaver. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 43 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Out to his left. It's caught. Lockett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Play action. Now it's Locke.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the move to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again. As soon as
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Myers' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Lance going to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Rolling to his left.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. The touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressive. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. A final shot before half for Locke. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Tony Pollard, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Deontay Johnson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to do it.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To try again after the sack. Lock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
Now Hill to return it. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Lance. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Lance looks to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Weaver. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off of play action, here's Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now Gray on the jet sweep. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Lance now to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, a 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will shrink to 6. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Locke out to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, it's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
But able to haul it in is Kittle. On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 64 yards. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just going to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
An inside give to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And just a yard to go here on second down. To throw it is Locke. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Jones with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Seahawks are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Lance trying to urge his offense to go quickly. Throwing again on second down. Lance got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory. Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, They're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Seahawks, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.